Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, welcome back to another live. We have a few things to get into, so make sure that you guys come in and you like up the video. But before we get started, y'all, let me tell y'all a little bit about my morning, girl. Child, so I ain't really been to the gym like that in the past week, and I was trying to do right this morning by getting up extra early so that I can make it to the doggone gym, child. And tell me why I was on my way to the gym, girl. And what I had saw was, you get the little tire pressure thing on your car. Girl, I said, what? So I had checked it like which tire, which tire we talking about, sis? Girl, it was the back one on the driver's side. I said, no, what's going on? So I had pulled over or whatever in a safe space, and then I popped out. Girl, the screw looking at me, and I'm looking at the screw. Look at me, bitch. Okay. And I say screw because, a lot of people say nail, but it had like the little ridges in it, like going around. So I'm like, now how the hell you done got tangled up in there? Okay. So, girl, I had to flip it around and go to the dealership to see if they could plug it. But, of course, they don't plug, honey. They only replace the whole tire, okay? And based on where it was, they said that, like, you could go to, somewhere else and get it plugged. But I don't know because when it's on the outside of the tire, like, you got to get a whole new tire. When it's on the inside, depending on where it is, you could just get it plugged or whatever. But, girl, they was trying to make them a little cute little coin or whatever, honey. And so, yeah, I'm glad that I just got another tire because when they was back there working on the car, they sent me the video and they was like, yeah, so you got two nails. You got two of them in this tire. I said, girl, now what the hell? They say, yeah, so you would have definitely had to replace it anyway because the second one that you couldn't see is on the outside. And it was one of the ones with like the little flat head that you just hammer down type. Now, that was a nail that was in there. I said, now what kind of should be going on? Okay. So I had to get a hold. It just threw my whole morning off because I was trying to do this live earlier today. I was trying to just do what I needed to do. I had just I hate when I have my day set up and it don't go the way that it's supposed to go. But it is what it is, and we are here today. I'm glad I still have the energy because I'm really more of a productive person. Like I'm more of a morning person. Why I feel like I get most of my work done in the mornings, but then as the day goes on, girl, it's giving a BITB tag. Okay. So I'm like, we're gonna get through some things. It's all good. So yeah, it was something else I was about to say about that. I really felt a way about it. And then that's the same tire that ended up getting a nail in it, I think like a year ago. And I didn't know till I got to the register when I got ready to pay. The guy was like, oh, you have coverage on this tire. So if you got another nail in it, just come back and you should be able to get it done, get it fixed for free. And I said, wait a minute. I pulled a video from a minute ago of when I had a nail in this same tire that y'all ended up replacing and putting a new one on. So then my question is, what's up with that? He was like, well, I don't think we'll be able to do it now because we've already put it on the tire or whatever like that. And I mean, put it on the car, whatever. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. Y'all should have been sitting up here asking me. When you pulled me up in the system, you should have saw me in the system that she got a tire from y'all previously, whatever the case is. Hello. But anywho, he said that he was going to submit a claim and see what happened. And then, girl, I had went and got my receipt. Because, I keep my receipts when they do the service on the car. Girl, that wasn't last year, girl. That was year before last. I said, but I'm not going to say that. And y'all better not send them the video. But y'all don't even know what kind of car I got, so it don't even matter. Hello? So I was like, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to see what he do, girl. If he come back and be like, that, you are beyond the coverage range, then I ain't got nothing to do but deal. Hello? But if he come back and he be like, well, Miss Ma'am, this is what we can do for you, then I'm going to take it. Okay? And that's on P. So we just don't see. I do appreciate them hitting me up, though, because they did send me a message and was like, hey, we're still looking at the claim stuff. I'm like, I appreciate that because I was sure finna get y'all a call in like an hour or so. So, yeah, we'll see what's going to happen, child. But I'm like, girl, got out here on these roads and I done got two nails in the tires. And, let me say this. I feel away. It was an accident. Not too far from the house, in the same direction that I go to the gym. And what killed me softly was after they cleaned up the car or the two cars that had the accident, or at least they removed them from the scenes, from the scene. As I'm going that same route throughout the day, they did not pick up the debris, and I'm a little confused as to why. I've just been noticing a change in the area that I live in, and it's definitely not what it was like 10 plus years ago when I moved here. And it's like, wow, I'm really noticing the change in the area that, like, it didn't used to look like this. Like, what the hell is going on? I think more people are moving out here. It's probably, more reasonable for people. You're not far from the city. It's a decent price, whatever. And then I don't know if that got something to do with it or what, but I'm starting to see more trash alongside the roads. I'm seeing so many bags of trash where people may ride with trash on their hoods or something like that and purposely just let them fly off. Like, that grinds my gears. Like, girl, get your shit. Get your stuff. Okay? Please, go get your stuff. Now, everybody ain't trying to, that's your shit. Okay? You mean to tell me you done passed about 100 trash cans? And I hate to say it. This one sound real trash and terrible. But put it in somebody else's trash, bitch. If it's got to be like that, okay? All right, if you see that it's trash day or something like that, you driving back, oh, girl, open up somebody else's trash can at their yard and throw the shit in there. But don't put it on the ground, ma'am. You ain't got to be like that. That's you ain't got to do that. It's disrespectful as hell. And I've just been noticing the change. I've been noticing more people on the roads, like on Saturdays, at 9 o'clock. It'll just be a few cars on the road. Please, not anymore. 9 o'clock looks like 11:30. Okay? The people is out. The people is trying to get to the mall. The people is trying to get places. And it's a problem. But, we deal, okay? So, anywho, speaking of the mall, so y'all know that's going to be our first story, okay? Our first story is out here in Georgia, child. You had two women that went on a shopping spree, okay? An $8,000 shopping spree at the Mall of Georgia. First of all, BIT, not you out there in Beaufort thinking that you for the, see, Beaufort, y'all done got beside y'all, because y'all had a fight out there too. So y'all used to be giving prestigious type teas just a little bit, all the way back, all the way out there where y'all are. But then honestly, even though the Mall of Georgia is out there and it is big, don't nobody want to travel that damn far to go to the mall anyway. But y'all must have put them reasonable houses back there, okay? That's what it's giving. Y'all may have possibly put some reasonable priced houses, homes, apartments, so the people are able to afford it. So the people is coming over there to y'all areas, and they over there knucking if you bucking and ready to fight and steal. Even though it happens everywhere, I'm just surprised because y'all cutting up at Mall of Georgia like that. All right. Police say the ladies went on a shopping spree only to find out that they didn't purchase a goddamn thing. So y'all know we got to get into this story. So let us go ahead and let's switch gears. Is this the right one? All right. It is the right one. So let us refresh this and see if it's going to come back up for us. I feel away. You better come up, honey. Or do I need to go back? Okay, give me 1 second. We'll do this. We'll go back to it like that. All right, perfect. Here we are. Hopefully the internet. I feel like I've been having so many issues with this window lately. So let's see. Okay. All right, here we are. All right, so they're saying Gwinnett police are searching for two women accused of stealing items from several stores in Mall of Georgia. And I'm trying to figure out how y'all ran up a leak at several stores in Mall of Georgia. I feel like y'all must was working with somebody. Now, on June 22nd, Gwinnett County officers were called to the Dick's Sporting Goods inside of Mall of Georgia. An employee called 911 after noticing two women shoplifting huge amounts of merchandise. Now, the pair that's been identified, they're saying they left the store and walked toward a white car parked outside of the business. Now, when the employee confronted the duo, police say they dropped the items and ran away, leaving the car. But girl, y'all left the car too? So y'all left the items and the car behind? A mess. Officers searched the car and found 6 large trash bags filled with merchandise from 9 different stores inside the Mall of Georgia. Gwinnett officials said in total, the stolen items were worth $8,000. Girl, I hope y'all did not leave y'all personal information in that in that car, because they on your ass. They already know who you guys are. All right, so it's not going to be much longer before they snatch you up. And I did see some mug shots, so I'm willing to believe that they may have already snatched the girls up. The police have secured 54 54 warrants, y'all. 54, charging both suspects with 5 counts of felony theft by shoplifting, 9 counts of possession of tools during the commission of a crime, 9 counts of loitering and prowling, and 4 counts of misdemeanor shoplifting. Child, they don't know where the lady's at, though, at this time. Now, let me see when this was last reported on. This was July 1st, okay? Now, they may have caught up to the lady since, okay? And I'll have to look into that to see if they done caught these women. But, girl, this is crazy. So, y'all know I got to pull up the news lady and see what she got to say about this now. See if she going to tell us something more than what we really saw. What you got to say now? They probably going to run an ad or something. Let me see. But this is like 22 seconds, so it's not that long. Maybe it's not a lot that she has to say.
They're searching for women who they say stole about $8,000 worth of stuff from the Mall of Georgia. Gwinnett County Police released video showing 6 trash bags of stuff from 9 different stores. When store representatives confronted the women, police say they dropped the bags and took off. Also left behind, the white car in the photo. Police are looking for 29-year-old Shakori Hayward of Savannah and 27-year-old Jania Thompson of Pooler.
Girl, how embarrassing. Did y'all see all that they had? And I'm wondering how many times did y'all go in and out the mall and bag that shit up? And how did y'all do that? Do y'all see all of this stuff? How did y'all do that? And then they go when they see large trash bags. Girl. And y'all had to be it had to be multiple, like they said, they hit up multiple stores and they slowly probably put some stuff in their car and y'all was just going in there, hitting up stores, packing it up, taking it to the car, putting it in the car, going back in there, hitting up another store. And it's just like, how do you have that much, what's the word I want to say? Boldness. How are you that bold is what I'm trying to see. How are you that bold to keep going in and out the mall? Child, they done hit up some of everything. Girl, y'all gonna get caught sooner or later, ma'am. It's over for y'all. Well, either way, honey, good luck. It's a mess. It is. You know what else is a mess? Let's get into this story before we get into Real Housewives of Atlanta. This was terrible. Okay, and now the mama finna be charged. They're saying the mom exposed her son to horrifying abuse. She stopped for cigarettes on her way to the hospital. So it appears that the little baby was sick, and she was on her way to the hospital. But instead of taking the baby straight to the hospital, she decided to stop and get her some cigarettes. And I believe her smoking around that baby may have contributed to that baby passing away. Now, they say in Alabama, girl, why she got to be from Alabama? An Alabama woman has been sentenced to 25 years in 25 years in prison for her role in the murder, is what they say, of her 18-month-old son, who died as a result of her then boyfriend's abuse. Wait. See, how I read the headline, I'm believing that she about was spoken around the baby was sick, baby passed away, and it was her fault. But it seems that your boyfriend, girl, y'all have got to stop. That's why you can't have everybody around your kids. I don't care who the hell they is. You just can't. So they're saying Samantha, who's 29, pled guilty to felony murder during the course of a child abuse in 2019, killing her son. Her plea, entered on Monday, July 8th, comes less than a year after her ex-boyfriend was convicted of capital murder. Child, they said Elmore was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole following his conviction. Child, y'all, girl. Now, what did he do to the baby? On September 6, 2019, Blount County Sheriff's personnel responded to a hardware store regarding an unresponsive child. When police arrived at the scene, the child was in respiratory distress and his body was getting cold. Samantha told police that she had found her son choking on cereal earlier in that day and was on her way to take him to the hospital when she stopped to buy some damn cigarettes and some gasoline. How is your baby choking, ma'am? How is your 18-month-old baby choking and you think that some damn cigarettes and some gasoline is important? You found him choking on the cereal early. So are you saying that You caught him choking on it, but you were able to get it out of his mouth. And then on the way to taking him there, you just decided to go ahead and just get you, because it was that important. It was that important to you. Okay, she met Elmore's sister inside the store. The sister found the child unresponsive and helped this girl, Samantha, call 911. Now, when the police spoke with Elmore during the investigation, he said he dropped Enzo. He dropped the baby after the child pulled his chest hair. You finna get more than your chest hair pulled while you locked up. You know that, right? I want them to pull every part of you. Every hair on your motherfucking body. I hope it gets pulled. You dropped the baby after it pulled your chest hair. I feel like that's something you did on purpose and intentional. Okay, they said Casey claimed that Samantha left her child with Elmore despite knowing his abuse. Despite knowing he abused the baby. Okay. A doctor who had examined the baby told the court in 2023 that the child had been subject to severe trauma and had been violently shaken. Wow, this story is horrifying. I cannot imagine the pain and suffering this child endured before succumbing to his injuries. I cannot understand someone doing what Elmore did, but as a mother, I cannot understand how a mother could leave their child in the care of someone the mother knows to have been abusive to a child. That's 1,000% true. 1,000% true. Ma'am, you are trash. And the fact that, I feel like the fact that you know your child was choking on something, you don't know what further damage it may have done to him. On your way to the hospital, you decided to stop and get you some damn cigarettes and whatever else you decided to get. To me, in my opinion, I feel like that shows a bit of neglect. I feel like that shows just how much you neglected that baby, and I feel like you were highly aware of how your boyfriend treated your child, because a lot of stuff they do behind y'all back, they show y'all signs in y'all face. But you just want to have a man so bad, so you just deal. I'm sorry. I think that parents that are not the biological parent to a baby, I don't think they should be able to, well, and this is kind of separate from that because he just outright abused this baby. But I don't think they should get the opportunity. I don't think that they should be able to physically punish a child too early. Okay? And you know, some people let the parent, you know, the step parent whoop their kids. That's however y'all do it in y'all house or whatever like that. But I feel like there should be a time frame on that type of stuff. I feel like the child should be comfortable with you, know you. This should be a conversation between the child's parents, both, if they're both active and involved. And I feel like sometimes it don't even have to come down to you actually whooping your child, but it also depends, you know what I'm saying? As a step parent, you might be able to just have a conversation with them. You may be able to discipline them a different way without having to put your hands on them, and I promise they'll probably still get the picture. So, I mean, people just need to do better with that. What is they talking about? I'm going to have to look at that. Okay, I'm going to have to check that out. Okay, I'm over here looking at some messages and trying to see what the people talking about. But, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think custodial parents should, or any parent should really allow a step parent too much, especially if y'all not married. Because I would think that there's been some time that y'all been together. They've been around the child. Some mutual respect is there before, you know, disciplining come into play. But I mean, everybody's different. I mean, y'all do y'all thing, but I just know when it came to my oldest son, don't put your mother, I don't care who you are, in all honesty. So it really wasn't about nobody I dated, because I ain't bring nobody around my son. That's just me. But even aside from that, don't put your hands on my child. You got an issue, you have a conversation with me, and then I'll sort it out. You might be able to be in the same room with us, and then you could voice your whatever, and we could talk about it. Because you would need to be respected too at some point, but it's a way you go about doing that. Like, are you out your, don't do that. Figure out a different way. But this is so sad. This is so sad, but I am so glad that their ass is locked up. And that's what you get. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to send myself something else really quickly, because I thought this was an interesting story. And let's see here. Uh-oh. You know what? I'll do this. Let me do this, and then we'll pull that up. Um, let's see. Bonus mom of 9 years, and I have never physically disciplined my babies. I know that's right. I just wouldn't even feel right doing that. You know, I just won't want nobody to think I'm trying to overstep or do nothing like that. Let me call you and tell you about how your child acting. And then you tell me how you want me to handle that situation. Okay? Let me let you have first dibs on how the disciplining goes down when it comes to your child. But then everybody's different, considering the fact that, you know, the other parent may not be in their life. But even then, and I'm speaking from if it was like a biological mom versus a stepmom. But if it's just that mom and then the stepdad, I still feel like the stepdad or the stepmama should come to that person in the house. And just, hey, this is what you want to do. What you want to do. I think that communication should happen with their partner that they're with, and then that child's actual biological parent that doesn't live with them. And y'all decide on how this should go down. I just don't think people should be doing this. But girl, let's get into this right here, because let's get into this for a little bit, because this is crazy. And you need your ass stomped out, ma'am. Okay? So, actually, let me see. I'm just going to read the article. So let's get into this. All right? And if not, I'll refer back to this tweet. So this is a mom out of West Virginia, and this is an old story, okay? This is super old, but it's crazy, okay? They're saying West Virginia mom accused of unaliving young sons by setting their bed on fire, okay? A woman jailed on charges. Actually, I feel like the tweet would be more entertaining. Let's hop to that. So they're saying Molly, a woman in West Virginia, laid in bed with her two sons, Delmar and Justin. She read them a bedtime story. They fell asleep, then decided to take their dog for a walk. While out, she visited her parents, who happened to live directly across the street. So they live directly across the street. You put the kids to bed, you left the house. Her husband was asleep in their bedroom when the room filled up with smoke woke him up. Their house was on fire, and he couldn't get to the boys' room because he couldn't see. Then he tried to get out of the house but couldn't. The door wouldn't open. Molly, you know you did that, right? You know everybody, you know they was going to think about you immediately, because how you go and take your dog and go across the street and see your house up in flames and you just over there sitting chilling. Now, he went to open the kitchen window but was too big to fit through it. But from there, he was able to call for help. On the way back to the house from her walk, Molly heard her husband screaming through the window to bring him the key so they could open the front door. Eventually, he managed to get outside, at which point he realized his sons were still in the house. So Molly just standing outside looking. This man asking you for the key, but Molly like, that ain't got shit to do with me. I can't. So he and Molly both attempted to re-enter the home to save them, but it was impossible because Molly wasn't really trying. She wasn't trying to help you for real. Okay, the fire and smoke was too much. So unfortunately, the babies did pass away at the scene. Their bodies were found in the corner of the bedroom, and that is just so sad. Like, how do you burn your home and scorch your children? You bitches really be pissing me off. Really, like, ooh, some of y'all just don't deserve them. So the father beat himself up for not being able to save his sons, but he had a chronic lung condition that made it particularly hard for him to barrel his way through the smoke. So he already had a condition it was going to be a struggle for him anyway. Now, they said it was a terrible tragedy, but what started the fire, ? Authorities were able to determine that the fire originated, y'all, in the boys' room. Molly, girl, you know you need your ass whooped. Now, they said, and not only in their bedroom, but specifically in their little race car beds. You got to have some things going on up here, ma'am. But it seems like you didn't have much going on up here. You knew exactly what you were doing, and it's more to this, okay? So they say, could it have been a toy that exploded, a plug or electrical outlet that sparked? But once police started talking to neighbors, something seemed strange. They said that when the neighborhood realized their house was on fire, they all ran over and attempted to help. That's probably the only reason why Molly sat up there and act like she was helping to begin with, okay? So then they say that one of them grabbed their garden hose and started spraying water into the boy's bedroom. The dad was frantically trying to get inside. But when they looked over at Molly, she was standing there idle with their dog just watching. Maybe she was in shock is the question. But that explanation seemed less plausible when the toxicology report came back and showed that the boys had been sedated with a large amount of NyQuil before the fire. Now, it was seeming more like this was an intentional fire meant to kill the two boys, but who did it and why? After further investigating, Facebook messages revealed that Molly was in an extramarital relationship. Molly, with multiple people. So you trying to scorch those babies, or not trying, you scorched those babies and tried to scorch your husband for what the hell you was out there doing. Girl, you should have just ran away. You didn't have to be there. Why do y'all do stuff like that? Like y'all just can't file for a divorce and go about your business. Like what the hell is going on? After further investigating, Facebook messages revealed that Molly was in an extramarital relationship with multiple people. She wanted to leave her husband and start a new life with them. But the boyfriend told her in the message that he absolutely did not want children. So you unalived your kids because of what your boyfriend want when you could have left them with their daddy because the daddy wanted them. You a hateful hoe. I hope the prison that you in, I hope your cell, just yours, caught on fire. I do. I hope every time you go to sleep, you think you burning the hell up. All these years later, yes, ma'am, I do. I hope you are afraid to go to sleep. So Molly needed to get rid of them. She gave them the NyQuil, put them to bed, sparked a fire in their beds, grabbed the dog, walked outside, and locked her family in, went across the street to her parents' house, and then watched it burn. She was charged with first degree, as she should have been. Okay? And this is Molly. Girl, Molly, girl, bitch. Girl, now you're going to be with plenty of people in prison. I don't know if it's going to be relationships. But girl, what? These precious babies. Girl, you still need your SB to this day. You hear me, Molly? Till this day. But I had to tell y'all this because I just thought that was crazy. I don't understand. Why won't you just leave? It is so easier to leave. You could be free out here to do what you want in life, not be locked up behind bars, told what to do, not having to pay no money back or owe nobody nothing. Well, you probably would if you got a divorce. Maybe it depends on the circumstances, but still. You could go and date and be with who the hell you want to be with. I feel like plenty of women. It may not be something that is talked about a lot, but I'm sure plenty of women be like, I don't want this shit. And you can have the kids too and get the hell on. And just, it's probably a few of them that do that. I feel like men ain't the only ones. It's a few ladies. But, girl, you still need your ass whooped till this damn day, Molly. You raggedy dog, hell for you. Yes, we talking about you. But anywho, girl, let's keep going. All right. So did y'all see this thing with Miss Porsha? Let me tell y'all something. Simon is not playing with Porsha. It has been a bit exhausting with Simon and Porsha. I'm like, would y'all get the divorce already? Please, can y'all expedite it? Please, so we can move on from the saga. Please, okay? He's sitting up here pretty much. He been kind of told us, though, like back in March, that Porsha was cheating. He already was trying to expose her with somebody else, and he was requesting, like, for her to explain her relationship with somebody else. But, girl, I didn't know that he was going to be trying to bring Future into it. This is crazy. They're saying rapper Future dragged into Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams' bitter divorce with Simon Guobadia. Oh, my. They're saying that the estranged husband demanded she answer several questions under oath as part of their ongoing divorce. Simon, who's 60, fired off a list of questions he wanted Porsha to answer. Porsha, I couldn't even see you with a Future. Porsha, if you're dealing with Future, it's sad. Now, we know that you may not make the best decisions when it comes to men and you fall in love very easily, but Future is definitely not that one. definitely not that one. Don't sign up to be a stepmama to that many kids. Like, come on, Porsha. You're supposed to be elevating. But I guess Future got that thing, though. I guess Future got that tatty whacker. Because he been around here tatty whacking the ladies. That's why he got all these babies. So he might got that thought about it. You know, this is all allegedly. I don't know the nature of their relationship. They might just be besties or something like that. They might just be friends in my personal. I don't really know. But Simon feels like he's something else. And, you know, it's just interesting because I'm like, dang, like, do you have, I wouldn't trust him. And I'm sure she knows that now. But I wonder how much access does he have to, like, her laptop, to her phone, like, and how long has he had access to this information? Some part of me feel like Porsha probably willingly gave up passwords and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if she did, making him think he could trust her or something. I don't know. But he can be a little clever one at the same time. So I wonder how he went about grabbing all this information up on Porsha. How you knew the tea? I mean, do you have like audio devices or something in the house to where when she's not there, or you can go and press play and hear what she been talking about? Or do you just be sitting going, look, do you be on some Ralph type stuff going out of town, but got the kid and cameras in the house and you just sitting up there watching? So he asked her to admit or deny that their prenup was unfair and unreasonable. You know Portia's not going to do that. Porsha is going to get a piece of your coin. Some part of me can't even blame Porsha. I think at some point I was like, Porsha, just leave this man alone. You want this man, that's what you got. Take your L's and go. But the way he keep coming on social media going in, though, it's kind of like, yeah, get her a piece of that coin because you're doing too damn much. Okay? In addition, he asked her to admit or deny that she married the respondent for his money. Can you admit or deny whether or not you knew that from the beginning? Because I feel like you did. I feel like you knew that answer already and you still married that woman anyway. And now you just over here trying to embarrass her. Now, they're saying other questions included asking her to admit or deny she filed for divorce without telling him whether she cheated on him during the marriage or whether she was sexually intimate with another person during their union. He goes on to say he asked Porsha to admit or deny it that she was never in love with him. Simon also asked Porsha to answer what was your understanding of the reasons why your husband paid a 5-figure monthly allowance during the marriage. Simon asked her to explain the nature of her relationship with a man named Kelvin, her ex Dennis McKinney, and another man named Jonathan. He also requested that she explain the nature of her relationship with Nevadius, Cash, Mr. Future. What is your relationship, Porsha? What are your thoughts on that? Porsha not finna answer that. He trying to slander this lady. And you was over there trying to sue her for defamation. And you putting all of this in the court documents. But I guess that ain't really slandering her for real because he's asking these questions in the court documents, whereas the blogs is getting access to the court documents and spreading that lady business all over the place. Now, Simon did not expand on the question or his reasons for asking. Okay, no, it's giving slander a bit because he knows that these blogs have access to these court documents and they are going to be putting this out. So a lot of what he's doing is him indirectly, even though he be real direct online, he be indirectly doing to make that lady look real bad. And if she counter sue you, it is what it is. So they're going on to say that Porsha filed for the divorce in February. We know all about that. She demanded Simon vacate the home, which I believe that he did. So he hasn't been there. They said Simon demanded Porsha be found in contempt of court for failing to turn over requested documents. Because y'all know he's been wanting to know about what she's making over there at Bravo. I guess he wants to prove that she got her own money of some sort or whatever to where he shouldn't have to pay her nothing. So that's crazy. She hooked up with Bolo. I forgot about that. Future is not a stretch. Yikes. But I would think after getting married to Simon, girl, I be acting like this gonna change somebody once they get a ring. Girl, let me shut the hell up. Okay? Let me shut the hell up. I don't know. That's probably, let me be quiet. But yeah, so Simon's he just out to expose her, and I feel like this divorce is gonna drag on at least through the end of this year, and it will be crazy if this divorce lasts as long as Kenya Moore's did. Girl, give us a break. Let it go. I'm ready for the judge to rule on whether Porsha got to get the hell out the house or not. Like, please make the decision. And whether he got to give her half of the money when he sells it. Because Simon ain't going to stay in that house. I don't think. He might. I mean, when him and Fallon divorced, he hurried up and got a new house. And I guess that's because he was marrying Porsha. But I'm just ready for them to, like, let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this up. We ain't going to see none of this on the show. None of it, because he ain't going to allow it. So, I know Bravo pissed. I know they are. I know they mad as hell. Like, bitch, we can't get, this is juicy. And you mean to tell me we can't get it? Did he put up any posts? I don't feel like going to his Instagram for real to see what he got going on. But I did see some posts. They were going back and forth. They did have some things to say to each other on social media. But you know, girl, it is what it is. It's another saga. Another episode of Porsha and Simon Guabadia's bullshit. Okay, so we'll see. Anywho, what else we got? Oh, did y'all see this? Did y'all see this? So, y'all know, I believe it was back in May, Kenya Moore, it could have been either May or early June. Kenya Moore had her Kenya Moore hair spa. She was doing a celebration. It was already rumors out there that she and Brittany Edie, which is a new cast member, that she wasn't really getting along with her, or vice versa, whatever. They weren't in the best of places, okay? It was alleged that Brittany had told Miss Girl that she got a gun for BITs like her, okay? So once that happened, I guess Kenya needed to see who she was dealing with. So she decided to pull up Miss Girl, okay? Pulled her up and exposed her. People have alleged that Kenya showed intimate, private photos, or at least a photo of this young lady, and start referencing it as Revenge P. And next thing you know, Kenya was suspended. There was an investigation that went down. Some people were trying to say, or at least the sources close to Bravo were trying to say that Kenya Moore did do this. But what Brittany Edie said was never confirmed. And I'm like, I'm not believing none of that. I don't believe none of that. I feel like Brittany possibly said that. It's a possibility. I don't know if she did or didn't, but I feel like it's a possibility. I got, for BITs like you, it gives that. All right. But anywho, Kenya went online, said, I'm not going anywhere, honey. Okay. Kenya's like, you know, let them do whatever it is they're going to do as far as the investigation or whatever. So I don't think Kenya thought that she would be going anywhere for real. It's just a suspension. She said she will be vindicated and stuff. Now, when that vindication day is coming, I don't know. All right. Now, after that ended up happening, I think like maybe 2 weeks or so later, she ended up getting fired. And it's crazy because I feel like Fox Soul got suspended and they got fired around the same time. It's just TGIF. I'm saying Fox Soul, I'm talking about TGIF. Ain't that something? It's like a whole lot going on. It's giving fumble bags in 2024. Not mine. But anywho, so yeah. Okay. So that's what happened. And I don't think Kenya gave too much of a statement about her being fired, but I know that B. Scott came out and B. Scott was like, yeah, she's been fired in all caps. B. Scott did not write the article. Somebody else wrote the article, but needless to say, it was very messy. I was like, dang, I thought y'all was cool. I thought B. Scott would approve these posts before they go up. But I guess not. Like, it was very messy. And then came back and doubled down in another article explaining the situation. I guess there was an investigation or something, and I guess they were trying to say whatever Kenya was trying to say she didn't do was a lie. Like, Kenya can't be mad at nobody but herself because of whatever. I'm just like, how are y'all good friends that you just flip on her like that? Like, it must have already been some issues or something. But all in all, since the news broke that Kenya Moore will not, because that's how they used it. They didn't really say she was fired, but it was being reported from Kenya's people. It appears that Liz says she won't be returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta, so a lot of people saw it as her being fired. Now, like, what, a week to 2 weeks later, what we learned is sources close to Bravo claim Kenya hasn't been fired, and the network hasn't officially accused her of RP. Okay, what are they saying? They said A Real Housewives of Atlanta newbie took to Instagram to accuse Kenya of showcasing explicit images of her. In a caption, she wrote, "RP is never okay." I know she got that from a particular person with the RP. They go on to say stories spread like wildfire that Kenya had been fired, but sources close to the network tells us that they have paused filming with Kenya while things are sorted out. And then the source came out and said, "We can assure you that she hasn't been fired. Bravo nor any official source has ever said she committed RP." That was shade when they said official source. Anywho, Brittany was the one who put that on her stories, is what they're saying. There have been new rumors that these allegations have affected Kenya's business partnership with a beauty supply store such as Sally's. Now, what I was kind of hearing from, what was being told to me by somebody that's not a fan of Kenya, but they like people trying to tie in her Sally situation to what happened with the RP, and that email that's been floating around was actually something that they were already thinking about. Like that was something they were already probably going to cut back on. So they were saying that it had nothing to do with the RP, but I don't know. That's just what I had heard. Okay. Now the Eric guy, who I think may be her photographer, he had came out and he says, "I'm going to have to ride for my friend on this one because certain people have been trying their hardest to report the worst of Kenya. But reporting false information shows how desperate people can be for clickbait and wanted to be the first to report with no credible source." Excuse me. Then he says, "Learn to shut up and realize this is entertainment for television. Kenya is the moment, while some people are trying to produce their own temporary moment." Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, bloop. Then he got in the comments of the neighborhood talk and says, "But everyone was in the comments posting away like they knew those allegations were all facts. Shaking my head. People have to hush and let things play out before being so ignorant while speaking prematurely. Thankfully, Kenya knows and has seen so many people switch up and show their hearts during all of this." Now, listen, I don't know. I didn't want to fully believe it because I mean we didn't see an image, Now, granted, we did see where, I mean, people, of course, people talked about it, but who's going to repost it or share that because they ain't trying to get in trouble either. But I mean, it was just a bunch of speculation of he say, she say. So I was like, I don't know if Kenya did that. But I know something was shown from the audio. The audio said that's a penis. But I have to say, just because that was shown a penis doesn't mean that it was RP as it's being relayed, back to the people. So I don't know. But somebody responded to him and says, "You are the main reason Kenya was put on pause. You leaked info through your post and live. Bravo should litigate you for breaching the NDA. Truly, and Bravo should stop working with you. Now you come and talking about vindication and you are the reason for all of this mess." How? What they did? Oh, they said he leaked the info. I didn't think, no, he didn't. I think him, Drew, all like responded on some they were shocked type thing. Like, oh, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they put that post up, but they didn't say exactly what it was, though. So then he says, "You sound foolish. How am I the reason for my thoughts on a public event? I never mentioned anyone's names nor details. In fact, I responded to Drew Sidora's tweet. Right? I never shared no details. So how am I the reason? Let's use our brains, okay?" So I don't know who responded to him because clearly I got the account blocked because they must be annoying as fuck on Twitter. But he says, "What details did I give? The live was very vague and dry. Y'all did the most because I simply said I was in shock." Okay, somebody says, "I knew Kenya was too clever to ever put herself in the situation like that. Bravo let this thing play out too long." Okay, because that was a part of what they were saying. They were saying Kenya did leave because she was upset, right, with how long it was taking them to, do the research or whatever like that. So I think during that time, she probably didn't feel valued. I was like, let me just go ahead and go. Y'all already been playing on my top for many years. Now, I don't know which way it was, but I'm just saying what it could have possibly been according to how Kenya's team has been saying it. But yeah, she probably was like, "Y'all been playing on my top for a minute now." I said this over there in the Carlos interview. Like, you know what? I actually don't need this right now. So I am going to go ahead and step aside. Y'all can have this show for right now. Okay. But I don't know. that it could have possibly been that, because TMZ was also reporting that she wasn't happy with the decision of her not returning and that she was going to be seeking legal advice. So it's just been so many things coming from so many different people. And I just, at this point, I don't know what the hell. I don't know. All I know is that King's not going to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. At least that's what it appears to me. Unless they figure out a way to do editing right for it to all make sense, because I feel like they filmed so much of her already. So what are y'all going to do with that footage? I kind of still want to see it. I'm kind of like, no, don't get rid of that. Like, what you doing? Put that back. What you doing? Put that back. Let me see this. Let me see. I want to see what the hype was all about. I want to see the argument between her and Brittany. What happened that led up to this event right here? Don't just snatch that out. What you talking about? Show us all of that up until the mid-season, or however y'all gonna do it, and then give us a blank screen and say, at this point, Kenya Moore decided that she's no longer gonna be a part of the show. Whatever the hell y'all need to tell us, and then carry on. Come up with a story, carry on. Let's move on. So I want to see, like, don't be bringing all this stuff to the social media and then not telling nobody nothing, okay? But anywho, Eric has been in the comments, and he has been going in and supporting Miss Kenya Moore. Okay, so y'all let me know y'all thoughts. I just know she ain't gonna be on the show. At least that's what I know. Okay, so good luck. Yikes. Let's keep going. Oh shit. Sheree, I'm sorry. Dr. Sheree Whitfield. Doctor 2 times, no diploma. Let me not say that. I don't know what that lady got. I don't know if she got a diploma. I don't even want to drag her about no diploma. I don't know. I don't know what that woman got. She probably went and got a GED or something like that, and she was able to go get that honorary. I don't know, but it's giving Dr. Whitfield, girl. But anywho, girl, why I'm just not finding out that this lady over here date Eric? See, from Love and Hip Hop, ATL, okay? For the people that watch this show, that is Sierra Glam Shop. She has her own hair salon and all of that down in Georgia, in Atlanta or whatever. And this was her ex that she jumped to, like, what, probably not even a few months after the first guy she was dealing with. She married this man secretly. They ended up having turmoil in their relationship. I believe they got a divorce. And then she did the same thing where a few weeks, actually, this was her track record. I forgot. She had been married for like, what, 10 plus years to Scooter or Shooter or whatever his name was. They got out of the divorce, got out of the marriage because she was with him since she was like real young or something like that. So she's grown. They're in different places. Let's move on. Okay. Move on. Gets with, what's his name? BK. I think it was BK on the show. I actually liked her and BK together, but I guess he just ain't have his stuff together or where she needed him to be. Moved on. Few months after that, she ended up getting with Eric here. They had some issues, left him, and now she's like engaged to a whole nother man in like the same amount of time that she got with Eric. Like, it's chaos. So with all of that being said, Sheree, how do you find yourself? Come to the front, Sheree. Have a seat. Don't touch that on my desk. These are my flowers. Do not mess with that on my desk, girl. Okay? I'm just here to talk to you. I'm trying to find out why the hell you keep finding yourself in the midst of other reality stars and they men, whether they exes or not. And these are given 2 ex-husbands. So you done hopscotched your ass over there to Huntsville and decided to bring it back down to Atlanta. And I feel like Eric is a fool too, just like Miss Sierra is. So I see that you are you have some type of magnet to fools, child. What's going on? I need to hear what's going on. Let me go back, okay? Let me go here. So this looks like he's hanging out at Sheree's house. Sheree with Eric on his IG story. So you're hanging out. Let me see. Is there music playing? Sorry to bust y'all eardrums. I didn't know it was going to be that loud, y'all. I'm sorry. So he's at Sheree's house and they hanging out. Okay, he trying to show off. I guess he trying to show that he done moved on or something like that. And Sheree, you look too good. You look. I don't care what we say about Sheree. I don't care about no joggers fast. Sheree looks great. She might even be an even amazing person. In person, you definitely go get you an African. Go see if Shabia's husband got a friend. Because the way you let these men play on your damn top, from Tyrone embarrassing you from behind the walls, tried to down to Martell embarrassing you on a damn show. You over there acting like that's your man and he on a whole nother show saying something completely different. And then now you got Eric going back and forth with his ex over here trying to promote you or saying whatever it is, showing off how happy he is with you, but still got his head focused on the last one. Like, let these, just be single. Okay? So she posts this. This is him with Sheree in one of his images, okay? Oh, is this Sheree too? I guess this is Sheree too. And then you can. Or is this Sierra? No, this is Sierra and her new man. And this is him and Sheree in the green. So he says, I'm happy my old business partners are getting money. My ex moved on and I'm winning. God is so good. You ain't even have to mention that lady, sir. You could have just kept it pushing. Okay, so she says, thank God I dodged a bullet. Okay, 30 on the 30th. He moved fast as fuck. Ma'am, Sierra, you move fast too. Y'all on the same boat. Y'all the same, damn near the same person, girl. So she says, can y'all please tell Eric to leave me and my fiance alone? He continuously posts pictures of me and my fiance. It's embarrassing and it's so crazy. I just want to be left alone. And he's in a whole relationship with Sheree. You got a whole housewife and you acting so classless. At her house at the pool party, posting pictures of her pool inside of her house, being a groupie that he is, seeking for attention, looking for a way to get on TV from a successful woman. How you at your girl house bothering me? Nah, girl, you is right. How is you at your girl house bothering me? And the fact that he said my ex moved on, he made that post because he knew people was going to make sure that you saw it. That's all. He wanted to say, I could do it too. Punchinella from the zoo. You done moved on. I moved on too. Girl, sir, move. Please, literally move on though. How you at your girl house bothering me? Leave me alone, bro. Take it like the G and move on. So you know Eric got to hop on the Instagram. Last time he got on the Instagram to share his thoughts, I think it was him, Safari, and was it Chaotic or Scrappy? Girl, having a bunch of nothing conversation. But let me see what he talking about today.
It's about a car deal from my old business partners who I actually put on with my old company, who we beefing about. We ain't even beefing. I ain't gonna say beef. But, you know, we solved our differences. We don't fuck with each other no more. It is what it is. And obviously, cool. It's 20,000 dealerships in the United States. Why go to my old business partners who you know we had issues with to go buy a car and then tag me like you're doing something big? I just said congratulations. You have every right to get a car from whoever you want to get a car from. If I'm doing all this stalking and all this shit that everybody's saying, right, which is not true, how does anybody know who I'm dating or who I'm fucking with? That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense at all. I've never been in a public relationship prior to this one. I wasn't on a major platform, a network as far as TV. So yeah, it comes with a lot with the internet. I never used a woman in my life. I'm a real man, a real boss. 30 years old, born 1993. I'm a pillar provider and a protector. It was more or less about a car deal from my old business.
But I'm like, how? So you feel like she about stalking you because she mentioned Sheree, but then you post Sheree? I feel like it's not hard to notice the back of Sheree and them blonde braids she love to have. It's not hard to identify who the hell Sheree is. What you talking about? They don't mean nobody stalking you, boy. You put it up there. You wanted people to know. She ain't lying about that. I don't know. Y'all on some shit. If y'all miss each other, just stay there. Okay? You see, Neighborhood Talk came back and edited their post talking about some Sheree is not in a relationship. To be clear, she's single. Miss Sheree said she finna take a page out of Martell book. Hello? All right? But don't be claiming nobody if it ain't official yet, because you're going to be officially looking like a fool. Okay, so that's what's really going on. They just be kicking it. They ain't going steady. Sheree, don't let nobody sit up here and use you no more. Okay? Good luck. Let's keep going. Oh, let's talk about Phaedra. Because Love B. Scott is reporting that, okay, so y'all, listen, do what I had heard. I'm not even going to, y'all may have already heard it too, I don't know, but they had said, girl, they said Phaedra had quit Married to Medicine, baby. And y'all about had heard it too, I don't know, but they said that lady had got the hell up off the table because she said the kitchen was a little too hot. Okay? Now, I'm going to add my little piece of allegedly on there, girl, but this was somebody had slid over to me, and they said that lady had quit, girl. They said she couldn't take it. She was like, bitch, I'm finna go. And now she over here trying to negotiate and figure out how she finna slide over here to Real Housewives of Atlanta now that Miss Kenya ain't in the picture no more. Like, that's just what the people is trying to say. Hello? So I don't know. And it's like, man, Phaedra, you had it easy over there at Married to Medicine. But if you think that you could go on that show and not share shit, I feel like you thought that you could go to Married to Medicine because it's not really about, it's different than Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I feel like you thought that you were going to be able to be there and not share. I feel like the only person that could probably go over there and not share will be Quad. I think a lot of people will understand Quad more because of how she may have been done throughout this group over the years. You know what I'm saying? So she probably the only person that could slide over there and not give all her tea about who she dating or what she got going on. But you can't do that. You wasn't grown here. Okay? But I do think that's why she went over there. She didn't want to have those conversations. But the people is saying that she said, y'all asking too many questions. Y'all getting into my business too damn much. And I don't really like it, so I'm finna leave. And they said she left. And let me say why I believe them when they had said it, girl. So let me pull it up in a second. And this ain't even nothing that's that big for real. But for me, hold on. I was like, when she posted this, is it still up? Let me see. Damn, Heavenly took it down. Okay, so there was a post on Heavenly's page, and I don't know if anybody saw it, but she made a post, and it was a group of ladies. Everybody like from the show was on there, like on the photo, and she says, I wish we could go back to these days or something like that. So it was like all of the cast, and I said, oh, somebody done fell out, something popped off, something happened. Okay, so once that person had told me about it, I was like, ooh. I feel like now I know why Heavenly made that post that she made. So we gonna see now. But according to Love B. Scott, they're saying the powers that be are working hard to negotiate Phaedra Parks' return to Real Housewives of Atlanta amid an unexpected suspension, then firing. Okay, you see how they being messy, and then gonna put a hyperlink so we could go over there to the Miss Kenya Moore story. Y'all so messy, girl. I'm not mad at it because you got to do your job. Okay, when I say y'all so messy, it's just catching me by surprise because I wasn't expecting it. Okay. But anywho, they're saying everyone was hopeful that Phaedra's contract would be negotiated in time for her to attend Cynthia Bailey's event at Lake Bailey this past weekend, but they're still working, okay? They're still trying to work out some details, all right? Now, the biggest hangups that they're being told is that Phaedra's current contract with Married to Medicine, all right? As you may have seen, Phaedra appeared alongside Porsha Williams on Watch What Happens Live, a 15th anniversary, okay? They said their chemistry won over the viewers, so it's given freaking Frat could possibly be back. All right. So that's where they are with it. That would be interesting. I know a lot of people feel like Phaedra don't bring a whole lot and she's boring and stuff, but Phaedra has an audience. There are a lot of people that actually enjoy Phaedra and her corniness or her lies, whatever it is that Phaedra gives. A lot of people enjoy that about Phaedra, so they might just have an audience. And then, seeing what the chemistry was like and what the feedback is between her and Porsha, they may feel like that is the old head that we need. We were trying to bring something together with Porsha and Kenya when we could just bring back, Phaedra. And obviously their connection is going to be right back where it was, and that's going to make for great fun TV or something. So I wouldn't be surprised if she gets to bounce over. But this be the thing, though. Girl, Bravo working hard to keep Miss Phaedra. Bravo was never pressed about nothing that Phaedra had to say about Miss Kandi. They may have sat her down, but they definitely always found a spot for her. Whether she showed up on Watch What Happens Live a few times before doing the Ultimate Girls Trip, before we saw her over there on Dubai doing a little cameo or two, before we see her on Married to Medicine, then possibly coming back to, let me tell you, Bravo loves Phaedra. That's what it's giving. Okay? I guess more fans liked Kandi more, so they decided to sit her down. So it's just real interesting when they say that Kenya Moore did this behavior. It's like you're completely sat the hell down. Like, we don't want to have nothing to do with you. But you would think, based on the allegations that Phaedra put out there in the past, you would think that y'all probably would not want to bring her back, considering, if we made it about the lawsuits and stuff. So if that's one of the reasons you fired Miss Kenya or whatever, released Kenya because she possibly put y'all in jeopardy or something like that, then what about Phaedra? Because whatever she did is going to continue to go with her because the fans bring it up every chance they get. So that's a part of her legacy a bit. So y'all sure? Y'all don't give a damn for real. But I wonder what's the real reason that y'all was like, I don't know. You know, they saying released Kenya saying she left. I don't know. But what's the real reason y'all parted ways? Was it really RP? Was it really? I wonder, girl. Either way, honey. Good luck. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling about seeing Miss Porsha over there. Not Porsha, but Phaedra over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Maybe they feel like they got some. Maybe that's the chemistry that they missing. We gonna have to wait and see. What else I got over here? Oh, this is about Kandi. So Kandi speaks about, they're saying Kandi says that she has, okay, so I got some other stuff on Kandi too. So Kandi says she has no intentions of returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta and speaks on Kenya and Brittany's drama. Okay, when did y'all decide where the line is? Y'all just making new rules now? If I was her, I would own it and be like, I'm married now and my wholeness is deleted. Whoa, let's see what Kandi talking about.
Are you going to leave the Housewives? Or?
I already left.
You left, so I just went, you made sure, okay.
I wouldn't even have been able to do this tour if I was still filming, because obviously they filming right now. And, you know, last season they was all complaining because I was always gone doing something else. And so there are a lot of things that I wanted to do that I'm trying to make happen right now.
Yeah.
So I was just like, it's the best time for me to like go on and do
But it's
my
more
own
like
thing.
a pause, right? Like
I don't really have intentions of going back. Okay. So I don't want to leave people hanging like I've been sitting here like, oh yeah, I'm going to be back next year, because right now it's, you know, I'm focused on what I'm doing.
Yeah, and it's a lot of different drama this year. I feel like it's gotten a little, if the rumors are true that are out there with the revenge porn and stuff.
You know, I don't even like how they trying to play Kenya like she trying to do some revenge porn. If this stuff was already on the internet, don't make it seem like she produced it or something. Like that is true.
Right.
And if you came at her with some shade, you know, you cannot say how she gonna come back at you. And in the past on Housewives, they've had so much crazy drama. It's like, okay, when y'all decide where the line is, like y'all just making new rules now.
True.
Like stop playing. Like, you know, okay, yeah, maybe you could tell her, you know, that was a little too far, Kenya, and don't show it.
Don't show it, because it's not out yet.
Yeah, you do have the choice not to play it in the show.
And this is my first time watching this video. And that's why I said, what is the real reason? Because y'all still letting Phaedra come back. They won't even let Chris Brown perform on no award shows because whatever's a part of his legacy with the different women that he's been involved with is following him. Same thing with Phaedra. It follows you. So what is the real reason? And then y'all got Gizelle, who actually put out allegations out there about Chris Bassett. In addition to that, y'all allow other people to come on y'all platforms like Deborah with her BS, talking with allegations about somebody else's husband. Then allowed her to be on set, or even though the cameras were down, for her to assault and attempted assault on more than one cast member. Like, come on now. So I do feel like Kandi got a point. Like, at what point do we draw the line? Because that's what I'm thinking. Plenty of stuff has happened and y'all have not shown it. Because what we would have got is the same audio that we already got, right? So it would have been, they didn't show it, but we heard, that's a penis. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I wonder. I mean, I don't know. I know that they could be sued. I get that, but I still feel like there's more to the story than just that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't even know if it was really RP. We don't know what it. We just know it was an explicit photo, but we don't know. I feel like they've covered stuff up and took it out before. So that's why I'm like, was there something else that has happened? What else was really going on? I just feel like there's more to the story. But yeah, shout out to Kandi. She said, listen, I'm not going back to that show. I know that's right. When Kandi get in her zone, she get in her zone. So it is time for her to just really maximize on whatever else it is she's trying to do. Because, you know, she wants to get the EGOT. So it's time to do that. And I'm sure Todd is happy because maybe her schedule has freed up a bit more, even though she's on tour. But possibly, I don't know, because Kandi loves a jam-packed. Like, if she ain't got her schedule jam-packed on a day-to-day, she probably feel like she ain't gonna be productive about nothing. But let's see, was there anything else? Oh yes, Kandi opened up about the private relationship with Jermaine Dupri and how her diary got stolen. So let us check this out.
First of all, you cannot tell by the way we was running. It wasn't like we was around people being all flirty. We was like totally just cool friends. Nothing. You couldn't tell anything by sitting in a room with us that we had ever anything, right? It wasn't a public relationship. It was very much so private. Tiny and Tamika Scott, we used to share a lot of secrets with each other. The three of us. They knew from the beginning. They always knew. Now, Tamika did not tell her sister, but she knew. Somebody stole my diary on tour. Now, I can't say that Tasha herself stole my diary. I'm not saying that. But somebody that was close to her definitely got a hold to it. I used to journal every day. The people that I was close to, Tamika, Tiny, they had no reason to take the diary because they already knew what was in there. It was something not just...
Well, Kandi, I have to push back. Because my thing is, well, if Tamika and Tiny had no reason to take the diary because they knew what was in there, then when you think Tasha didn't have a reason to take it because Tasha knew what was in there too? I thought you about to talk to all of them. The whole group knew, didn't it? Let's see.
Something about me and Jermaine that was in the diary. But it was also something that I had wrote in there about Tiny. So she had dated somebody. Let's just say that. And it was in the diary. Okay? But nobody knew but me.
Why you put that lady business all in your diary? Now, Candiace, girl, I'm going to have to call you out like, girl, you was wrong for that. Why you put that lady business in your diary? And then why is you writing in your diary only to tell all the tea that's in your diary to other people? Girl, that's not the purpose of having a diary. What's in the diary, Tamika and Tiny should know. Did Tiny know? Did you put that in the diary so she knew everything that was in the diary and they had no reason to steal it? And I said, I'm about to get on your head. Or Miss Candy, I'm about to get on your head about that. I don't know about that one now. You was wrong, girl.
We on this tour bus. This is after my diary's been taken. I'm livid, but I can't prove who took the diary. I had an idea. I felt like who took it, but I couldn't prove it, so I couldn't do anything about it. We're in this little argument, as we always do in our little group arguments. And Tasha said something about hinting towards the thing with Jermaine. And I'm like, okay. But then later in the conversation, she said something to Tiny like, yeah, you don't want me to tell what you did or something about...
She took it.
That she had hooked up with somebody that she wasn't supposed to be. Anyway, I was like, how she know that? She knew it all of a sudden right after my diary is stolen. It ain't a damn coincidence. First of all, you cannot tell.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that part. If she starts saying stuff that you know can only be found in your diary, that's a problem. That is a problem. Girl, that is messy. And the way that y'all was beefing back then, you know, honestly, truly, it really could have been her. Wasn't she with that man back then? You don't think that man had took you, or allegedly, what was that hood, Rocky? You don't think Rocky could have possibly slid it? That's what Kandi was trying to say when she was like what she said, I think somebody close to her took it. Okay, Omar. It was the fifth. I am the fifth member. I can't. Okay, are you the fourth member now? Ooh, woo. Girl, that's some messy stuff. Child, this is sad. The way that Latasha's career has really taken a turn. I mean, it was already taking a turn. It wasn't really like it was like, you know, I think her highest fame has been to her connected to Escape when it comes to music. But the fact that you were trying to release this album around the time that the show was out, and it just, everything that happened just made you look bad. And her getting on social media that time, crying about everything, wanting her sister to have a conversation and this and that after being exposed by her sister and all of that. It was crazy work. crazy work. Then she got up there talking about you doing a gospel album, but talking about you and your husband got an open marriage. Girl, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. That's crazy. And you know what? I just really don't trust Rocky after hearing that call he had with Tasha K. And how he was just up there kind of like talking fast, talking in circles, kind of lying, you know what I'm saying? And then the interview Tasha did with the young lady that was his girl, I wouldn't be surprised. He just seems like a shady character to me. And I wouldn't be surprised if he was doing a lot of that and Tasha got to blame for what that motherfucker was doing. And my question is, what is it about him that made you stay? What was it? I don't get it. And for the people that watch Love Island USA, it's making me think of Aaron and Kayla. Okay? You just over there just hanging on because you want to have a partner. This man over here running you into the damn ground. I can't. Good luck. Jeremy. Miss, what's her name? Tamar Braxton, her fiance, who she agreed to not talk about on a public platform or really let people into her business no more, but would sit up there and laugh at her man on the stage with Mr. King, child, a mess, but he was recently arrested. And let me tell you something. One thing these attorneys gonna do is get arrested for a DUI. They must be stressed the hell out. Did Maurice over there at Love and Marriage Huntsville get him a DUI too? What's really going on? Are y'all okay? Are y'all under a lot of stress? They're saying J.R. Robertson, a well-known criminal defense and personal injury attorney who has been romantically linked to Miss Tamar, found himself on the other side of the law. They say he was arrested for DUI in Georgia, driving under the influence, alcohol, violation of traffic control device, willful obstruction of law enforcement. Oh my. Despite the seriousness of the charges, JR has remained silent and has not publicly addressed the incident. I know that's right, because he's going to get these charges dropped as the attorney that he is, okay? He is going to get this dropped. Well, it's an unfortunate situation. The current status of their relationship is unknown, especially in light of JR's recent legal troubles, okay? He is an attorney, prominent attorney. He's no stranger to the legal system, but his recent arrest puts him in a challenging position, personally and professionally, because my question is, how does that affect your license when you are a attorney? Like, is that a strike on your bar license? How does that work? And then it's a misdemeanor, so it may not rate that high on the poll. I would like to know for the attorneys, you know, you guys let me know, like, what happens? Do they like suspend you once stuff like this happens? Like, oh, you're suspended for a year, you know, for having legal issues like this, for getting a DUI, or what? Can he continue to represent his clients at this time with this particular situation going on? I would probably think he could. But I don't know, because, you know, even though he was charged, I don't think that he has been, like, convicted yet of said crime. So he's probably going to try and, you know, fight the DUI charges, take some classes and stuff, and he'll probably be right back at it, and people going to forget all about this damn DUI for real, for them been moved on. So good luck. Let's keep going, okay? Back into the news, and then I have a real interesting story at the end, girl. It is a mess, okay? Let's see. South Fulton owner upset after city says she can't open up her shop due to similar neighboring businesses. So it seems like, to me, it's this woman that owns a hair braiding shop, I believe, and that's what she's trying to put, a braid shop in a particular area. And they like, hell nah, you ain't finna do that over here, because we got enough of them businesses right now. Now, I don't know if this is like racially motivated or something, or if they ain't trying to fill up the block with too many of these type of stores. I just want y'all to keep that same energy with them liquor stores where you be having about 5 of them within a mile radius of each other. Get that together. Okay, y'all don't mind these pop-up ass liquor stores and wine and spirits and all of that other shit that y'all be out there having. So why y'all trying to say that like she can't have a braid shop? What going on down there? But let's get into it. So a small business owner says that she was told she could not open because her business is similar to neighboring businesses. The South Fulton business owner says the city's actions are costing her thousands of dollars. Okay, am I going to be able to read more? Okay, great. Awa Diang, I know I'm saying that name wrong, but I'm going to say Awa D. says her braid shop hasn't been able to open in the shopping plaza in Fairburn. They said for 3 months, okay, because of South Fulton's like use zoning code. It limits new businesses with like use from being able to open within 1 mile radius of a similar business. So I feel like just move over like a mile and some change if you can. But it depends on what's over in that business. Hell, sometimes that mile and some change is a significant, I'm sure, price range depending on the buildings that are around, but that definitely sucks. They said she argues there's no other African braid shop that's within 15 minutes of this location. I wish they all know I'm not here to compete with nobody. I only want to be here to survive. I know that's right, girl. What's really going on South Fulton?
Channel 2 Action News investigates. A small business owner says the city of South Fulton told her she could not open because her business is too similar to neighboring businesses.
What are those
Channel 2
neighboring
investigative
businesses?
reporter Ashley Lincoln is live there. Ashley, she says this is costing her thousands of dollars.
A lot of money for this business owner, Linda. I did speak with the city of South Fulton. They say, hey, they have a problem with too many similar businesses in single areas. We're talking about barbershops, liquor stores, and fast food establishments like this one behind me. They say this area on Old National is a perfect example because this art and garden just opened up, and this is the move towards diversity that they're looking to move towards.
They do have a lot of salons in the city of South Fulton.
That's why South Fulton leaders are monitoring the opening of certain businesses.
Barbershops, nail salons, and if you also Google braiding salons, you'll come up with at least 10 different braiding salons.
I'm an African hair braiding. I'm not a hair salon.
Awa John says her braid shop hasn't been able to open in this shopping plaza on Campbellton Fairburn Road for
I hope
3
she ain't
months
paying the
because of South
insurance.
Fulton's like-use ordinance.
Wait. Because how I'm taking this is this lady has already been operating in business. She got a sign and everything up there. Looks like she was operating in business, but this zoning code got approved. And because that zoning code got approved, she had to halt her business. Do you think the owners care if she occupying that space? She's still going to have to pay for it. I'm confusion. Because that's how it's sounding to me from watching this. But reading the article, it seems like she was trying to open up her salon. And they're not letting her open at all.
On Campbellton Fairburn Road for 3 months because of South Fulton's like-use ordinance. It limits new businesses with similar use from being able to open within a 1 mile radius of a competing business. John argues there's no other African braid shop that's within 15 minutes of this location.
You wish you would have known about this ordinance before picking this location.
Right.
I wish I know.
She says neither the landlord nor the city of South Fulton's business licensing division told her about the ordinance.
I'm not here to compete with nobody. I'm only here to survive.
Well, we're listening to our residents, and what our residents are calling for is more diverse retail.
Councilwoman Helen Willis, whose district John's business sits in, says this ordinance isn't to deter small business owners, but to diversify the city's business pool. Currently, this plaza already houses a barbershop, a beauty supply store, and a hair salon.
So we don't want the same businesses clustered in one area.
Willis says the city wants to remain competitive with neighboring cities.
I disagree.
A ordinance, she says, is already working with the opening of a new Chick-fil-A, Arden's Garden, and a Chipotle.
There's a place for every business in the
Right.
city of South Fulton, but that doesn't translate to a place right next door to each other.
If I know, I was going to be find somewhere else.
And the city, they are encouraging new business owners to work with their economic development division. They say, hey, that division can help these owners find locations that fit within this ordinance. The city will be making their final decision on John's business later this month.
I feel like the city should let this lady do her thing. With the city making such strong decisions like this, I wonder how many of y'all are actually in office that get your hair done at black salons, because there are differences in my personal. Just because Sally has a hair salon does not mean that they specialize in braiding. They may braid your hair down or sew your shit in, but it does not mean that they specialize in braiding. And I feel like they shut her down with the lack of knowledge about how that, because you have those ladies in there and all they doing is braiding. It's just strictly braids. The lady next door, she may be doing sew-ins. She may be doing natural hair. You know what I'm saying? Different stuff, silk presses and shit. It don't mean that they specialize in braiding. So I'm hoping that this lady done already got her location. There's no other braid shop within a 1 mile radius. Hell, not even a 15 minute radius or whatever, as she just said. So I feel like let that lady have her braid shop. Come and see what she does. I'll be trying to get the lady that's next to me. I'll be trying to get her services or list of her services to present, to say, do you see what she offers versus us? Because a lot of times I feel like they ain't educated, which makes me feel like they ran by a lot of white folk. In my personal. And I feel like this right here may be a piece of gentrifying, which is why they're trying to bring in the quote unquote, as they would say, diversity to the area. And I get it. I get y'all wanting to diversify that or whatnot and, you know, bring a different look and appearance and all of that. But at the same time, it's like, y'all just don't know how this go, especially when it comes to black folk. How? Okay, so let that lady open up a damn braid shop. It's not a braid shop and a hair salon are two different damn things. Y'all wrong for that. And then to put her in the same category as a barber shop, I don't even think I don't think that a barbershop should not be able to open because another location is a hair salon. That don't mean that they do barbershop cutting. It doesn't mean that. So why would you even compare her to them? Those are 3 different types of businesses. So I'm hoping that the lady can open her shop because she done already spent money and lost out on money and probably still losing out on money because she signed a contract and she gonna have to pay. But I would try and get a judge to halt that until I figure out what's going on. I'm not trying to pay them until I might have to uproot my whole location. So I don't want to have to pay them. And I ain't getting no business in here to do nobody here no way. She can't even open. And also, y'all talk about some, for new business owners, we would say you guys work with this department in X, Y, Z, and ABC so you guys can get up to date on the zoning codes. And no, bitch. How about when she's sending her paperwork in and y'all got to do whatever zoning, whatever coding, whatever thing that y'all have to do, the necessary protocols. Anyway, how about y'all tell her that when she first trying to open up a business? I feel like it should have came with that information anyway. Okay, especially since y'all the ones that want to implement some new shit. Then make sure everybody is aware. Heifers. But anyway, girl, that's why we got to see who is down there in the council office. Okay, who are those people that's on the board for South Fulton County? We need to look y'all up and get y'all out because that's stupid. I get what y'all trying to do, but this particular situation is dumb. But good luck. Now, y'all ready? Because this one right here is a doozy. Make sure you guys are coming into the video. You are liking up the video. We got 500 people in here, so I thank you guys so much for being here. You could be anywhere, but you chose to be here with your girl, and I thank you for that. If we could get to 300 likes, mwah, mwah, you know I would love it, right? So listen, y'all. Okay. Oh, somebody asked me a question about whether or not I was still doing This Is Messy with the 6 Brown Chicks chat. Yes, I have been. Okay. I have been. Well, I haven't been lately, but I am still doing it. It's just about sitting down doing it. Sometimes I find myself in a space where I just, want to react to the videos, but I promise I am going to get back to the This Is Messy because I know that's everybody's favorite, okay? Everybody's favorite is This Is Messy and Court is Messy. And now we about to add something else to that, and it's giving Cop Cam is messy as fuck. Hello? So we're going to add that one in. I'm just going to have to just give y'all a day of messies, okay? Different messies. We're going to have to get into it. So right now I'm going to give y'all this Cop Cam is messy, okay? So it says federal charges filed against 3 women accused of smuggling 112 pounds of meth in their luggage at a Indy airport. Now, federal charges have been filed and unsealed against 3 women accused of smuggling large amounts of meth. That's crazy. That's a lot. Flying into Indianapolis Airport from Los Angeles a week before Christmas in 2023, prosecutors claimed 3 women picked up 4 suitcases from baggage claim with the undercover DEA agents looking on. Now, prosecutors insist the trio had repeatedly flown in drugs from California before being caught. Federal investigators had gotten a tip about the alleged drug smuggling operating in October. Now, after arriving in December, the suspects were seen getting into a rental car. An Indiana state trooper pulled over the suspect car a short time later. Okay, they said after a police canine alerted to drugs being in the vehicle, police searched the luggage and allegedly found 4 large sealed bags of meth.
Have been filed and unsealed against 3 women accused of smuggling large amounts of meth in their luggage through the Indianapolis International Airport.
Why?
Fox 59's Jesse Wells explains what happened and how these suspects were caught. Jesse?
The 3 suspects were arrested following a traffic stop last year here at this intersection on West Washington. Prosecutors insist the trio had repeatedly flown in drugs from California before they were caught. Flying into the Indianapolis airport from Los Angeles a week before Christmas, prosecutors claim 3 women picked up 4 suitcases from baggage claim with undercover DEA agents looking on. The suspects then got into a rental car and were pulled over by state police here on West Washington. Inside their luggage, police allegedly found these 4 large sealed bags of meth weighing 112 pounds wrapped in clothing.
We were able to seize a significant amount of methamphetamine. It's just so important because, as you know, meth is such a destructive drug for anybody that utilizes it, and very addictive.
Although 3 suspects are named in this complaint, prosecutors believe Latasha Weatherspoon was the ringleader who paid the other women thousands of dollars per trip to serve as couriers. Prosecutors claim cell phone records show Weatherspoon preparing to pack the drugs along with the second suspect, Marlene Richardson, before the flight in December. Flight records show the suspects flew into Indianapolis and picked up their luggage on multiple occasions throughout 2023, allegedly concealing the drugs in their checked bags.
They don't care whose family or lives they destroy. That's the greed of what people are doing when they're dealing drugs.
DEA Assistant Special Agent in Charge Mike Gannon says while it took several months for the smuggling scheme to be discovered, the drug bust still sends a clear message.
Well, the message is, like, if you're going to be dealing destructive drugs such as methamphetamine in 100-pound quantities, you're going to come on our radar and we're going to hold you accountable for your actions.
Finally, the case was initially filed in the Marion County court system but was dismissed on Monday after it was refiled in federal court.
That's like, how do you conceal these items under clothes in your suitcase and get it in and out of a damn airport? Somebody else at those multiple airports are working with these people. That is insane. And it sounds like they were saying they were doing this all throughout 2023. But here's the gag and here's the mess. This is the video of them being pulled over. Girl, just get into this.
Morning, ma'am. How you doing? Not too bad. You got your license and registration with you?
Well, registration's a rental car.
It's okay. All right, just anything with a van or whatever.
I don't know.
Are you in a hurry this morning? Are you heading somewhere?
Yeah, we're going to a funeral.
Oh, to a funeral?
Yeah.
Whose funeral?
We're at GPS Springs.
Okay. That might work, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. It's all right. Back at, I believe it's Bridgeport, when you come onto Washington Street, you roll through the stop sign, then come to a complete stop. I'll try to get you.
Please, I don't know nothing about it.
You're good. Give me just a second. Let me run everything. How are we doing today? Thanks out for a second. Where y'all headed to? A funeral?
Yeah, we just landed and we don't know where we're at the GPS key. And they're supposed to take us to a gas station.
Where y'all coming from?
GPS key free.
Like, I get that. What state?
California, this is my cousin from Chicago.
Okay, alrighty. How long y'all staying? Y'all got a ton of luggage.
A week.
A week? Okay.
Well, I'm staying a week. They're staying. We got a funeral to be at.
Okay, hang tight.
Bro, the fact that they keep talking about they got a funeral to be at, I'm like, y'all's, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Because when they find out y'all got caught the hell up and y'all start telling names, y'all's is done. Just don't put me in it. I'm just watching it. Somebody else released it.
Good? Yep. Ma'am, is this window rolled down?
I don't know.
You got one back here, too. Go ahead and step out of the car for me.
What am I step out of the car for, sir?
Dog indicated. Go ahead and step out of the car for me.
Okay, what?
Step out of the car for me. Step out of the car. Just keep your hands where I can see them. You can leave everything in the car. Turn around, face that way. Put your hands on your back. I'll explain everything here in just a second.
Now she got a queen on the shirt.
You're not under arrest at this time.
Queen of what, ma'am?
Go ahead and step out of the vehicle for me. Please, go ahead and put your phones in there for me.
Can I record? I don't know what's going on.
So, all right, I got a narcotic dog, and he alerted that there's presence of odor. Just put your phones down.
Yeah, I'm like, can I record whatever?
Yeah, you can record whatever you want. You can put it on record, but I don't know what's going on. You ain't got no weapons on you, nothing like that? Okay. All right, just turn around for me real quick. You're not under arrest. You're not under arrest. You're just being detained, okay?
Oh, why am I being detained?
Because my dog alerted on the vehicle that there's a presence of narcotics.
Y'all better play dumb to the end.
Yeah, you did. All right, step on back here for me. I'm going to put you next to this car because it's warm, okay? You just put your hands on the hood, keep your hands warm. That's it. Not going inside. Step back here. Yep. Just put it right there. Let a little bit of heat come out of there because it is cold out. I'm going to have you step out, okay? You ain't got no guns, nothing like that?
No, sir.
Okay, go ahead and step out for me. Cuffs? Yeah, I'd use my second. You got your second? No, I don't.
Why am I being handcuffed?
You're just being detained. You're not under arrest, okay?
Why am I being detained?
My dog alerted on the vehicle that there's a presence of narcotics. So we're going to search your vehicle. If there's nothing in there, then y'all are free to go.
Illegal search. Illegal search.
Yeah, in Indiana, if a police dog alerts on a vehicle, that's probable cause to search the vehicle. Is there anything in the vehicle that should be in there? All right, read them, Miranda, first. Are we going to find anything illegal in the bags? Not that you know of?
I only have a carry-on.
You only have a carry-on? Okay. So my dog, he is trained on 6 odors of narcotics: cocaine, crack, heroin, ecstasy, meth, and marijuana. With this being a rental car, fairly new, I'm assuming there's no odor in the vehicle other than what you all brought into it.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Can I talk to you real quick? I'm sorry. Where you guys coming from?
They're coming from LA. One is from LA. I think she's from Ohio. We're just going to Kentucky for a conference.
How do you know them?
That's my cousin, and that's the person that died. That's his girlfriend.
That's what?
Girlfriend, the person that died.
Okay. You in relation to the girl up there?
That's the girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. Are you related to that person up there?
That's my cousin. No.
Okay. When's the funeral?
Huh?
When's the funeral?
It's today.
Oh, today? Okay. Hang tight for me right here. How do you know the other two?
We're family. We're like really close friends.
Okay. Who was it that passed away?
Our cousin. We call him our cousin.
Oh, okay. How do you know her up there?
Cousin.
When's the funeral?
In 2 days.
In 2 days? Okay. All right, so you got time.
Did y'all hear
so
that?
we're not delaying you too long.
Probably because I was hollering. My bad.
When's the funeral?
In 2 days.
In 2 days? Okay. All right, so you got time, so we're not delaying you too long. I just don't want you guys to be late or anything.
Weed, I smell it. I can smell it now. Here, grab that corner and pull. No. Oh, something just dropped. Tampon. That's heavy though. I don't know if that's weed or not.
Get all of it.
That's crystal.
Yep.
Oh boy, that's a bunch of crystal. So we're good on this bag. I got everything there. Oh man, that's heavy. Got it. That one came out of that. I need to get a picture of that one came out of there. Take a picture real quick for you. All right. That, my dear, is crystal meth.
All right.
It's
so
like bags on
here's the
bags
deal,
on
okay?
bags.
I don't know if you see, but they're getting bundles of narcotics out of bags, okay? I talked to other people, and they claim the other bags aren't theirs, okay? Here's the thing. I understand sometimes people, they get into a money situation where, hey, they get down on luck or whatever, so they feel like they need to do something. That doesn't mean somebody's a bad person. I just want to know what your story is.
My story is My father is in law enforcement. I grew up buried in a sheltered community.
So what happened today?
Today, just with my cousins, going to a funeral.
She was saying whatever was told to her.
Right there, okay? The funeral story is BS, because I talked to everybody individually, okay? Nothing matches up, all right? So we can start over. What's going on today? Because you know and I know that's not true, okay? So how'd you end up here with a bunch of narcotics?
I just came with my cousins.
You came with your cousins? So where's the narcotics?
But y'all know she said she was the girlfriend, right?
I have no idea.
Okay, so how'd you end up here? Are you getting paid to bring this? You getting a little bit, I'm sure?
I literally don't know what else is going on.
Are you getting paid or anything? Or?
No.
Because they're claiming all these bags are yours.
No.
Okay? All right.
That's not the case.
I need to get a good picture.
Yeah.
Bro.
So question.
Yes, ma'am.
They said it's drugs in her luggage. Does that affect everybody?
You said what now?
The guy just told me that is crystal meth in her luggage, right?
There was crystal meth in every one of the suitcases.
Yeah, but the guy, none of that is mine. Like they told them I have all orange bags. Does that affect me?
Be honest with you, I don't know. It's going to be up to the courts.
I'm a parent. Yeah, I don't do that. Wait, so I'm being arrested?
I don't know if you're being arrested or not.
I'm a parent. I don't do
They
that.
just went
Crack
through all
is
my
whack.
stuff. I don't drugs in her.
Crack is whack. I make too much money to ever do that, okay? I'm a parent. I'm a mother.
Doing this drugs kill my brother. I don't do this. I'm a mother.
Were any of the big bags, the girl that's up in the front?
They're hers because she's staying for 2 weeks and she wanted to check free.
What's her name?
Aunt Christine Enriquez.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 of the big bags are hers.
Christina Enriquez.
Oh, so they are blaming it on that girl.
Yeah, all of the bags I tagged to all of us so that she could get free stuff. It's hers in there. She can only take 2 bags free and she's staying for 2 weeks.
I got you.
Only thing mine is orange luggage. I told you guys that when you first put us over.
Okay, so this one is hers.
They're all hers. Her clothes, look at the side.
Well, this one's tagged
yeah, because
Marlene
she wanted
Richardson.
to check free. She needed to check.
That's crazy. You got a whole lot to say. That's messed up. Like, they legit was blaming that girl. I thought the officer was lying, but to hear her say all of that stuff is, well, see, yeah, because the other girl I thought was in, okay, so the other girl is right here in this truck that you see behind the girl in the orange pants. So the young lady they just talked to in the front who sounded real soft and hesitant to talk, I really feel like that ain't her real personality, okay? But I wouldn't be surprised if it is, though, because she could be one to be easily manipulated. And then for you to say, ma'am, you ain't even putting it on your homegirl that was driving. At first, you didn't know why you was being pulled over. You didn't understand, didn't know what the hell it was. I said, yeah, girl, lie to the end. But then you turn around and say that all of that luggage there, the big stuff, is the girl in the front. Ooh, that is so mad, girl.
Extra stuff. She's staying 2 bags apiece, so we let her check. But only thing that's mine is that and my Fashion Nova outfits and orange stuff.
Okay.
I don't have anything with me. I don't do whatever that is they do. I don't know.
What name's that one? Latasha. Okay.
What's that?
Can I call my mom?
No, everybody's saying this crap's not theirs.
Okay, that's fine. So they can, because she's trying to say, yeah, that's her name, but she was using it for free luggage or whatever. Problem is your name's on it. So
Also for free luggage, then the dope's in the middle of the luggage.
Right.
So we know which bags the dope came out of, right?
Yep.
So she was trying to say the girl in the front was using it for free luggage. So she didn't have to pay for luggage. But your name in the orange, your name is on it. That's what it sounds like, how I took it. She was using it for free luggage, but that's her stuff. But the man's like, it don't matter because your name is on it. Ooh, child.
I got each ID with phones, whose is whose.
Plus it's on camera.
So each person had dope in their bags.
They all had their name on it, had dope.
Because they don't know. They've been watching them since they've been in the airport.
And different names, all of them, right?
Yep.
So all of them have a bag with their dope in it.
Yep.
They all said that they're going to a funeral. However, when I asked them the day of the funeral, they all gave me different dates. She said tomorrow. One of them said tomorrow. I have to double look the camera. One of them said 2 days, and one of them said today. And then the other one's like, well, the wake's today. One of them identified all themselves as cousins. I just said their stories were inconsistent.
Yeah, the driver told me that they were cousins of two
Now
in front,
she's
and now
saying-
they're friends, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't do this. I'm a public figure.
What's
I have
your
2 million followers on Instagram. She been
2
talking to that man for
million?
30 minutes. I know police. When a police officer take the liking to one person and keep talking, it's because that's the one that's gonna talk.
Wait a minute.
I'm trying
What
to
she
get
said?
the-
Girl, you do this before because you just know too much.
I'm a public figure.
What's
I have
your,
2 million followers on Instagram. She been talking to that man for 30 minutes. I know police. When a police officer take the liking to one person and keep talking, it's because that's the one that's gonna talk.
You sure she gonna be the one that's gonna talk? Cause I feel like you doing the most talking the way you sitting over there watching, and you also were doing talking outside saying them bags was none of yours, and that they belong to the girl up front, and you over there watching her. So see, now the fact that I'm seeing this young lady watch the girl in the front so much is because they know she's the weak one, or at least she knows she's the weak one, and I'm now feeling like that girl was manipulated into bringing that stuff with them. Girl, see how your people do you, whether they're your cousins or your friends. You got to be careful, child. Oh.
I was trying to get the bar here dude attention.
That dude on the right?
Yeah.
You need him for something?
What I'm finna say, I can't say on a f***ing body cam.
You want to talk to him again?
Hey, your body cam is gonna get. I can't have this on record.
Let me. I'll bring him back. Hold on.
Them people who
She
start
worried
with
about a
C,
body cam,
you read between the
y'all.
lines?
She worried about a body cam. I can't. This is scary. You worried about a body cam the whole time they filming you in the police car. And they just released this video a month ago, and it already has 3.4 million views on it. I told y'all which funeral y'all was going to, and this is just terrible. I just hate this.
You want to talk to him again?
Hey, your body cam is gonna get. I can't have this on record.
Let me. I'll bring him back. Hold on.
Them people who start with a C, you read between the lines? The people who start with a C?
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Give me a second.
Thank you.
No problem.
She ready to flip, baby, quickly.
Yep. Well, I didn't want to talk to them because they have body cam and my safety matters.
Right. Now's your shot.
So, if I told you that there were more people coming to them with way more what happens?
That's good. Anything you can tell me would be cooperative. If you knew where they were taking it, that would be good.
No, I don't. But I know that she has previous dealings with people who start with a C from Mexico.
Jesus.
Okay.
And
she being Tasha.
Yeah.
So she has ties to the cartel. Tasha does.
Tasha does. If somebody come talk to me, I can give them that, and I know who
So
else
now
they
she
was
ran
with.
out the
Who else
whole
was
girl
coming
in the
because they
back.
were dropping me off and going to meet these people. I was going to my Airbnb. I can give you all of that. Will I be home by Christmas?
Where is it coming tomorrow?
SDF.
Okay, Louisville. That's SDF, correct?
Yep.
Okay, do you know who's bringing it?
Yep.
Okay, let me get on the phone. Hold on.
Ain't no way she got that much information and know that much TZ, and she not the one in charge. It makes so much sense to me that it's her, because she knew how to pack, in a sense, even though everybody's name is on the luggage. But she was like, I only got the small stuff. That stuff is mine. Like, I only got the small stuff. This ain't it. But then, of course, she wouldn't be driving the vehicle because she wants to be disassociated. So she got the girl in the back in my personal to be the one to drive the vehicle. And I feel like she may be flipping. That's what she's doing. So how the news articles are playing it up is that the Natasha chick is the one that's head in charge, but I don't think so. I think that's how they wrote up the documentation, because they gonna use her as the key witness and it's gonna flip. Girl, this is so messy here, because you know everything. So if that's the case, y'all was up there on the same level. You know who's coming, who's been in communication with who. You know all of the details.
Good morning. I'm Sean.
Hi, Sean. How are you?
My name's David. It's Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Again, Sean, Dave, law enforcement. You got 100 pounds of crystal methamphetamine in some bags. It's 3 of you guys.
Now she looking
State police
confused.
calls
Girl, you know
so
what's
how
up.
did the bags get in your car?
I don't know what's
you
in
were
their...
the driver of the car.
Yeah, I don't know
correct?
what's in their bag.
You don't know what's... So those bags are not yours, they're theirs.
They're theirs.
You had no idea.
I had no idea I was driving with that in my car.
Carrying
I don't
the
see
bag
who's. I don't. It's
Nothing.
not mine.
Right, okay.
Has nothing to do with me.
Nothing
So,
to do with you. You
yeah,
didn't see
so,
anything. You don't know anything. Well, okay. We're going to move to the next car.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Nah, y'all up there together. Homegirl up
The
there just
substances
talking.
later tested positive for crystal meth and weighed over 112 pounds. Latasha Weatherspoon, Marlene Richardson, and Christina Enriquez were then all charged with a felony count of dealing meth weighing 10 or more grams. Delta Airline passenger flight records showed that Weatherspoon has transported drugs through the Indiana airport at least 7 times in 2023. Christina also confessed that Weatherspoon paid her between $1,000 to $2,000 per trip.
Girl, you was really hard out for money, and I understand, but I really hate this because it's probably going to cost you your life, and you're going to be paying back more than just $1,000 to $2,000 to the government.
Leading prosecutors to believe Latasha was the leader behind this scheme.
Leading prosecutors to believe this girl was the leader behind the scheme, but I don't think it was her.
Latasha and her crew face up to life in prison if they're convicted.
Life? I ain't know it was gonna be that thick. Jeez Louise, ma'am. Toucan Sam. Oh my. Girl, you done let these folk get you caught the up. And I just can't. I mean, when I look at Marlene's face, it does give a bit of Instagram aesthetic with the plump lips and all of that. I feel like, and then you got 2 million followers and stuff, and you got people thinking that you really be over here getting the money how they think that you getting it, but you getting it from running jobs for people. Nah, Latasha, you done got yourself tied the hell up. Now, granted, I do believe that you were made aware, but your homegirl just played you out to be the one in charge. This some messy shit here, but I had to bring it to y'all. Let y'all see what the hell's really going on out here in them streets, honey. That is all that I have at this time. I thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you. Definitely continue to like up the video, share the videos, all of that. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. And that's all that I have at this time. This is crazy. I am going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
City and cul-de-sac, coming out swinging like soldier rag, leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind, knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive, I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda, we hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer, we come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest, but drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some batteries, stand for my honor. But you run no corner, packing the stick with a drum.